Hey, how's the pandemic going for you? Same. Hello, my name is Ben. Not him, that's the guy. And welcome to an AI Mate. What do? We basically fuck around with AI programs because, let's be honest, we all like to be a little bit immature with our computers.
Willy.
But this series in particular is called Webtime Stories. This is where I get an AI robot to complete a short story from an opening sentence sent in by you. I read them out, and Lucy, our unpaid 22 hours a day, 7 days a week animator, animates the stories. Which I think is a fair schedule. Don't you, Lucy? Oh, super. Also, huge thanks to Talk to Transformer for making this free to play around with. Give it a go for yourself. The link is in the description. And why are we doing this? Okay, we'll start off with the first one from Steph, which is Tom Nook came into the office wearing nothing but. Tom Nook came into the office wearing nothing but a towel. He wore shorts and a t-shirt. Fit. He took a shower, which didn't seem unusual for him. He threw on an Adidas sweatshirt, the same one he had worn yesterday. He put on an oxygen mask, like the one the Marine had taken out yesterday.
Maybe it's your lung.
He said.
Or your heart. I don't know.
He walked over to Tingle and asked her for more information. She looked up and smiled.
So, you got a terminal disease?
She nodded.
But it's going to get better. Don't worry about it.
He grinned. Oh, I don't like that. Just look at the eyes. Look at the grin. No one who grins like that is telling the truth. No, Tom Nook's a liar. He's lying to that poor girl. Okay, let's do another one. This one from Ellie. When turning slugs into jam, it's important to. We now return to cooking with Benedict. When turning slugs into jam, it's important to know that a mix of different sized slugs helps keep your mix even. In other words, the larger the shaker, the less likely a jam will turn out clumpy. You should be happy with one jam that is 20% large slugs, 30% smaller slugs, and 70% small slugs. It's 120%. This is not a pinch factor, this is a recipe for desired mashiness. Well, there we are. I think the main important thing that we can get from that is don't have it too mashy. Have it thick. I don't know why I did that. Big old bowl of Slug Jam. Laurel says, I can no longer play my accordion. I'm going to change that up to Papa Smurf could no longer play the accordion. Strange episode. Good episode, but strange episode. Papa Smurf could no longer play the accordion because all of his fingers had been eaten. Mum says she fed him baby food. She made his whiskers, and when he was a baby, she put him in a jar of peanut butter until he was about a year old. The water is pure. Some satanic child neglect there, which we don't condone on this channel, Smurf or otherwise. This one is from Rich. The best way to insult a hedgehog. The best way to insult a hedgehog is to pump it full of lead, let it fall off a cliff, and then shoot it from 500 yards away with a nail gun. Being a death watch for hedgehogs, the business does have something of an apocalypse vibe. The interior walls are lined with pillows, mannequins look fresh out of the box, and paintings hang on the walls. Always provided by the snitch. The guy who painted you whatever your cup of booze happens to be, and whose line can be found on almost every wall in the front. The only time the walls have decent air conditioning in the life of a hedgehog is when there is a nuke about to be detonated outside. Well, I hope we've answered your question, Rich. I have more questions than answers, but I hope we answered your question. Absolutely mental. Well done. If you want to see your opening line made into a story, then comment on this video and on Twitter using the hashtag AIMate and give us your opening line. If your line provides a halfway decent story, then we'll animate it. And pray to God that YouTube doesn't take it down. And yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this first episode of Webtime Stories. We have another series coming out, I don't know, sometime soon. But if you don't want to miss it, subscribe to the channel. And always remember, the water is pure, the water is pure, the water is pure, the water is pure.